Hey everyone, good morning. I am in Xi'an, China, standing in front of the gate to see the Terracotta Warriors. I'm super excited. I've been wanting to see this for quite some time. And I've got a great day planned. I've got a private tour. I think we're here for a couple hours, and then we'll spend the rest of the day exploring other parts of Xi'an. So, cities with amazing history. I believe it was founded 3,000 years ago. So, I will explore some of the history, learn a little bit about the city and kind of what it's all about. But yeah, really cool, and stay tuned. So we made it to the Terracotta Warriors, but getting in is definitely a bit of a process. There are a few lines before you actually reach the main part of the site, and right away you can tell this place gets a ton of visitors. But honestly, that kind of adds to it. It makes it feel like you're about to see something really important. Next up was security and bag check, which makes sense for a place like this. Everything was pretty organized and moved along without too much trouble. It definitely feels more like an experience than casually walking into a museum. Then it was time for another line, this time for the tram that takes you closer to the pits. And this is where I started realizing how big this whole place actually is. It's not like you just walk in and there it is. There's this kind of build up to it, which honestly makes the anticipation even better. From there, we hopped on the tram and headed toward Pit 1, which is the biggest and most famous part of the site. By this point, it really started to feel real. We went through one more checkpoint, got a little closer, and then before going in, my local tour guide, Roger, gave me some background on what we were about to see. And having that context definitely made the whole thing much more meaningful. All right, here's the main square for the Terracotta Warriors.
So the exhibition in front of us is the biggest pit. We call it the pit number 1.
Pit number 1.
Yeah, this pit number 1, was covers an area of 14,260 square meters. It's like a 2 football field.
Wow.
The whole pit was divided into 11 craters by 10 earth-rammed partition wall. To stabilize the ground, so we pave one layer and flat bricks, and all those terracotta originally, and will be brought into every columns and earth-rammed, distinguished, earth-rammed partition wall.
Okay.
And several layers, beams and straw mat will be support above the wooden structure, and the wooden structure. We will use it to design on the top of the earth-rammed partition wall. And we finally cover the whole pit. So all those terracotta originally, they're not buried under the pits, totally changed. And all those terracotta we display inside, mostly and facing to the east, because the archaeologists believe the direction of their whole family's migration originally and is heading and from the west to the east. So when they head into the east, it's like their dream. So they ask those terracotta facing to the east to protect their dream, And second, the archaeologists also believe the Qin Shi Huang is the original idea and want to arrange a 4-part terracotta soldier around its mausoleum for 4 directions. So here is the museum mausoleum. So his original idea want to arrange 4 parts terracotta for 4 directions. So 8,000 terracotta on the east, facing to the east. And 8,000 terracotta probably will be finished on the north and facing to the north. But when the Qin Shi Huang died on his 5th tour inspection, and there's no time, there's no more opportunity to finish the rest of the 3 directions. Only 8,000 terracotta on the east side only.
Okay.
And the mountain is in here. So some, authorities were who good at for observing the feng shui by mountain, and we found that the mountain looks like a dragon. The whole shape Also, it looks like a galloping horse. So this is the mountain where we produced our local jade.
Local jade, okay.
Yeah, local jade from the mountain.
Okay.
And one of the 8 longest tributary river from the Yellow River in the north, named the Weihe River. So the mountain in the south, river in the north, and the mountain and the river will neutralize here.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So let's do the pit number 1, the biggest pit, the pit number 1. I think today we're gonna have a chance to see the panorama. But during the Chinese festival, a place for everybody to see the panorama and will be restricted by the policeman.
So before this, it was all farmland.
Farmland.
And a farmer
Pomegranate farmland.
in the 70s, a farmer found some of the warriors in the ground.
Yeah. So this is a coincidence.
Wow. All right, that was some very cool history. This tour guide is very knowledgeable. He's a young guy. He was a tourism, history, and I think archaeology student, so he's got a lot of great background. So let's check this out. This is pit number 1, and I think he said this is where a majority of the Terracotta Warriors are visible. So let's check this out.
Be patient to wait behind the tour group. When they walk away, you go inside.
Okay.
To see the panorama. Don't miss the panorama.
Okay. All right. So,
Very gorgeous.
wow. Amazing. And then there it was, my first view of Pit 1. And honestly, wow. It's one of those places that just hits differently in person. You can see pictures and videos all day, but standing there and seeing the scale of it with your own eyes is something else. It's huge, it's detailed, and it really sinks in fast how incredible this place is.
And they realized the technology in 40 years ago or 50 years ago very inadequate enough to preserve the paint very well after excavation. So that's why they stopped to excavate the rest of the terracotta soldiers from the pit number 1. So 1.69 meter, 1.96 meter is like a
6 foot.
6 foot, yeah, like a 6 foot. And their weight is from 100 kilo to 300 kilo.
Wow.
So 100 kilo is like 200 pounds. 300 kilo is like 600 pounds.
There's 300 kilo soldier?
We will see him in the pin number 2.
Okay, like sumo.
He's a general.
General,
Only the general, we design the detail different from the infantry.
After that, we started heading over to pit number 2 to see another part of the site. Pit 2 felt pretty different right away. It was packed in there, and at first, we really couldn't get close to the pit at all. So for a while, we were mostly just kind of looking from further back, taking it in and waiting to see if the crowd would thin out a little. And honestly, that's just part of visiting a place like this. It's one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world, so it's not exactly going to be quiet. But even without the perfect view right away, it still felt really cool just being there and knowing what you're looking at. So we stuck around, waited out a bit, and hoped we'd eventually get a closer look. Sometimes that's just how travel goes. You wait, you adjust, and every once in a while it actually works out. From there, we made it over to pit number 3, which is smaller but still really interesting. And by this point, that was kind of the cool thing about this whole visit. Each area added a little more to the story. So even though pit 3 isn't as massive as pit number 1, it still feels like an important piece of the overall experience.
Many and black ashes.
So is this an active excavation site?
Yeah.
This is.
So 5.4 meters in deep from here to the ground. And there is 2 terracotta standing in the center. We symbolize them as the highest ranking officer. And all their colleagues, they standing up and facing to each other with their back leaning on the wall. And
hopefully you liked the video today on the Terracotta Warriors, and I will see you in the next one. But I will be in Xi'an for a few days and filming some more content, so please stick around, watch some videos, and like what you see. Bye. And then to wrap things up, there was one more part of the visit I really wasn't expecting. I ended up meeting the farmer connected to the discovery of the Terracotta Warriors, which was pretty surreal. I also learned that Bill Clinton visited when he was president and met that same farmer, which is such a random but fascinating detail. And yeah, apparently I also wasn't supposed to be filming that part, which I definitely didn't realize at the time, so whoops. But overall, this place completely lived up to the hype. Seeing the Terracotta Warriors in person was just one of those experiences that's hard to describe until you actually do it.